Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing why do people compare themselves to you? Now, I saw this topic on a channel called Stella Beauty Tarot, and I thought it was a really interesting topic actually, because it kind of gives you a better perspective or understanding of your environment, and you understand better the people surrounding you and why they do the things that they do. So this is the intention of the reading, and to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 cards together for the 3 piles. Oh, okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Let's take a look at your cards. So for pile number 1, we have the heart. For pile number 2, we have the Pilgrim. And for pile number 3, we have the bridge. If you hear any background noise, I just want to give you a heads up. This is my dog. I always keep him next to me. Also, if you would like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the cherry quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the red Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, we have the Mookite Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. There we go. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or perhaps you feel drawn to all of the piles, always trust your intuition. Whether it's just leading you to one and you know that's it and that's your pile, or perhaps several, or maybe all, whatever the case is, listen to your intuition, let it guide the way and lead the way freely. You'll be surprised at how it always guides you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your card shuffling and picking process. It is so lovely to have you here. I love having your energies around as we prepare for your piles, so thank you for being here. Before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. Okay, so let's begin and start shuffling with intention. We want to know, why do people compare themselves to you? Why do they compare? I feel this one, I'm going to take it. Why do people compare themselves to you? Okay. Let's pick up your next deck. Why do people compare themselves to you? 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Why do people compare? Oh, this one, obviously. Why do people compare themselves to you? Why do people compare themselves to you? Okay, so your oracle cards are now ready. Let's pick up your tarot deck. So we usually take 2 cards from each deck. After I picked up your 4 decks, I felt drawn to the Osho Zen, and I was like, gosh, 5 decks is gonna be a lot. But then it felt so right. I felt I was supposed to pick it up. So I am gonna pick it up, but I'll take 1 card for each deck. Ah, there we go. 1. Ooh. 2. That was fast. And 3. Okay. Now, let's start picking your tarot decks. And we kindly want to know, why do people compare themselves to you? Why do they do that? Ah. So 1, 2, and 3. Oops. One, 2, and 3. Okay. Why do people compare themselves to you? Why do they do that? Why do they compare themselves to you? So, why do people compare themselves to you? Ah, 2. These are 2. Ooh, okay. If you're watching this, you have the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. This is very specific to you if you're watching the preparation pile. 3 of Pentacles shows that it's at work, it seems, and here I see with the Ace of Wands in the mind, it would be creativity. Perhaps you are a very creative person doing in your team or doing things that maybe other people are doing, something like that. That's one of the reasons why people could be comparing themselves to you. Perhaps it's there is a lot of energy there in your work. Okay. Maybe you're really good at, not maybe, obviously you're very good at what you do, and there's a lot of creativity as well. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of focus on your mind, your creativity. So, oh, this one, okay. So why do people compare themselves to you? All right. Why do people compare themselves to you? Why do people... Oh, 1. There we go. These are 2. Okay. Why do people compare themselves to you. There we go. So our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's put them together neatly. So that's pile number 1. There we go. Pile number 1. Slippery. There we go. With the cherry quartz. Pile number 2. So that is pile number 2. There. With the red Jasper. And pile number 3. Pile number 3. Do we need a bit of space? There. And pile number 3 with the Mookite Jasper. There we go. Our 3 piles are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your kind, beautiful souls. I feel so lucky, so blessed to have a beautiful soul family like you. Thank you so much for being you and for choosing to be around. Love you guys very much. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful cherry quartz as well as the heart. Quite interesting. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see why people compare themselves to you. Okay. So, my dear pile number 1, you have, on one side, nurture, and on the other side, you have discourage. Okay. Nurture and heart. What an interesting combination. That fits in right away. All right. You have trust. Wow. Hey, there's a red circle up there. What? It's like you stand out. And you know that that's the first time for me to notice that. Did you see that? Just a little red circle. Right there, amidst the whole card. Amidst all the dots on the card, I mean. And this pink goes... is the same color as that pink. This says a lot, by the way, together. Okay. Right. You have the gibbous waxing earth moon with ambition. Ooh, okay. Love that very much. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So, pile number 1. You have the 7 of Wands with stress. Okay. Okay. You have the 3 of Wands. Oh my God, did you notice that? Both of them are playing the trumpet. Well, yeah. How interesting. Okay. Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of blue reminding us of the throat chakra. Okay, you have the 8 of Swords. Can you see that? Yes. Okay, you have the Fool card. You have the Lovers card. You have the King of Wands. Wow. That's really cool here. That changes, not changes, that, you know, is a very strong ingredient that I understand now about you. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. What an interesting combination, pile number 1. Love that. You have the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, wow. And you have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. Pile number 1. Wow. What a combination here. I now can totally see why people compare themselves to you, actually. That's so clear. You know, it wasn't a coincidence that we've noticed this little dot, little pink dot from the very beginning. And with that card, I see that there is a lot of people and only one pink circle on one of them. It's tiny because there are so many. And this really right away says that the most significant thing about you is your heart. You have a beautiful heart. Pile number 1, a nurturing heart that is full of empathy, cares about others, as you can see, and it makes you stand out amidst thousands and thousands of people. In fact, this really shows me that everyone that meets you, and you have the heart in at the center of this reading, showing that everyone that meets you, that talks to you, confirms that you are a person who's very unique, someone who has a beautiful heart, and they may not even see a person with such a beautiful heart like that if they meet thousands of people. Wow, you must be a really beautiful person, because you have the Fool card here, and you know the Fool signifies innocence. And so again, it clearly shows that people know that you're a good person. And with the 7 of Wands, it kind of maybe it reminds them of the things that they may want to change about themselves. It makes them feel that the excuses perhaps that they give themselves about why they don't do the things that they should do, or it reminds them of similar situations where they could have been good and empathetic, and it really hurts. And so this puts a lot of stress on the people around you, and it right away we can see in your reading why. The very first reason why people compare themselves to you is because they think you're 1 in a million. Especially your heart. And the more they watch you, the more they see your beauty on the inside, especially. The more it reminds them, the more it pains them with their shortcoming in this area, my dear pile number 1. Wow. Now that's a very strong reason right here, and I totally understand why people would feel such pain, you know, because with all of these candles here, it's like you constantly, remind them, because, if you see the candles are falling, most of them are falling. It's like they can burn the hand anytime. Yeah, it's like constant burn of remembering their own shortcoming. So that's the very first reason why people compare themselves to you. They remember the things that they've done. They remember A lot of it as well is some of it is stress and some of it is ambition. And so here, some people compare themselves to you and they feel bad about themselves, which we've noticed in the stress card over and over. And some people with ambition, I'm kind of remember, especially with the King of Wands, I'm reminded of being inspired. So a lot of people actually are inspired by your goodness, your good heart, your nurture, your care, your empathy. And I feel like you really change a lot of people's hearts. You change how people, you make them change the way they think about certain situations that they may have done in the past, or certain behaviors, and they realize, hey, I would like to change that as well. You remind them of their own goodness. There's a wake up here, a wake up of the heart watching you, pile number 1. And they go, yeah, well, you know what? I would love to do what pile number 1 here does. This is what I love and believe in. Yeah, they get really inspired by you. They take you as an example of what you do, and then it becomes them. That's a beautiful thing. You lead by example without even knowing pile number 1. Now, as if that wasn't enough, from the perspective of the people who compare themselves to you, I see 2 trumpets and a lot of blues with the throat chakra, which shows me especially that the pink is involved here. We have the King of Wands, the ambition. Obviously, it shows that you are someone who's outspoken about the things they truly care about. You speak with so much passion, and when you do, it's loud and clear, and it's from the heart, and people know you genuinely care about what you're saying and what you're talking about. And that, unfortunately, leads to, again, people feeling stressed because they keep hearing their shortcomings. They feel like you are in control of the situation. You are the center of attention. Yeah, center of attention. And for this reason, they try to blow your bubble every single time. At least that's how they see it. They want to burst, not blow. They want to burst your bubble every time. But you're too passionate. It's not. It does not work. It's the Three of Wands. You keep going. You're not there to be the center of attention, and that's why these silly things may not work at all, because you're not there to show how important you are. I see with your energy here that you keep going, and you keep going, and loud you say what you feel, what matters to you is that you want people who feel stuck to begin anew. You want to change people, or you want to change a certain situation. And so from your point of view, you keep going because you'd rather have the ship sailing and getting things fixed, or helping people, birthing something, making something begin to work in the way you envision it in your mind and in your heart. Then you are about who wants to do any pitiful acts, really. It's really beneath you. You don't care about that at all. You'll keep on going and going and going. You're all about fixing, helping, encouraging, whatever you're passionate about, because you truly care with every bit of your heart. You just keep going and going and going. And I see that this is one of the things that makes people admire you so much. Yeah, there's so much admiration to the people surrounding you, my dear pile number 1. Although we can clearly see that you also have a lot of people who feel belittled by your good heart and your strong words, my dear pile number 1. Now, there is a pentacle section right there, right? We see with the Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles that you are someone who is hardworking. And through your hard work, you are able to achieve your dreams and create wealth with the King of Pentacles. They see you doing very well. They see you on the road to success. And they see you living a dream that they want to live. So that's why you have ambition here. That shows me that they find you to be hardworking, ambitious, motivated, and also with the King of Wands, obviously they see you in a great position as well. You probably have a big position at work, especially with the 2 kings here, King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. They see you doing very well in your career, and that you are very lucky to be in this grand position that you're in. And so this is another reason why people compare themselves to you, especially with the 9 of Pentacles. It shows that they feel that they could maybe be stuck. You may have a lot of people around you who are stuck or at the beginning of their journey, or maybe in comparison to you, they feel like they're at the very beginning, that their ships aren't sailing while you are there achieving your dreams. You know your path, it's clear, you know what you want, and you're walking down an amazing path full of a bright future and a great career. And yeah, it shows very well here that sometimes they feel discouraged to watch you be so far ahead to this extent. It makes them feel heavy-hearted to continue their journey. But I guess this is not your fault, pile number 1. They should be focusing on their journey. They should not be comparing. Because the more they do, the more they'll feel stuck, as you can see. And everyone needs to focus on their own journey only. But anyways, this is not a reading about them. I wish them the best of luck. Here I see, my dear pile number 1, that part of the big comparisons that people have with you is your career, your success, you making your dreams come true, how ambitious you are, and perhaps as well how wealthy it seems that you are. At least from their point of view, you are very wealthy. And I really think, pile number 1, listening to this, you are doing very well financially, my dear pile number 1. Good for you. If you are not yet, then it shows that you are on the path of creating great wealth, and everyone around you can see that. Another thing that I see with regards to the people around you and why they compare themselves to you is because obviously you're really loved, pile number 1. You are seen for your good heart. People trust you. They think you're a trustworthy person. They think with the Fool card that you have a good, innocent, pure heart. And the way people love you and put their trust in you, believe in you, hold you with so much care and dearness is a point of comparison with the people who surround you. They don't get that amount of care and trust and love and respect that you get from the people who genuinely care about you. You know, these types of connections and relationships perhaps are not there in their lives. You see, they see it perhaps in a way where you have people's hearts wrapped around your finger. Of course, that's a very egoistical way to see it, but this is not, of course, how you see it at all. In fact, you probably cringed hearing that, but that's the way they see it from their point of view. Why did I say that? Because that's exactly what I see here in this card. Yeah, you have their hearts wrapped around your finger. So yeah, they feel like they may not have the type of people who would really put themselves out there for you, for them, and really be there from the heart, the way the people that love you are, my dear pile number 1. You must be a beautiful person. I love you guys so much. Oh, you are my soul family. Love you, pile number 1. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you always are here. And my dear pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel, which is the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. My dear pile number 1, this book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 1, love you guys so much. That was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the red Jasper as well as the Pilgrim. Very interesting. You know, right off the bat, we really see an eye here. It's like people really are watching you. You're someone who everyone is interested in knowing more about. People are very curious about you, and they're constantly keeping tabs on you or watching you, following you, perhaps even on social media. Yeah, they constantly want to know what you are up to, and that's very clear here. Now with the Pilgrim, there's so much more, but let's first take a look at the rest of your cards. So for pile number 2, you have belonging on one side and abandoned. Actually, this really confirms what I felt about the Pilgrim. Let's keep it right there. You have sweetness, so sweet. Okay. You also have that I instantly can see your archetype. I understand so much about you here with the 25th moon mansion with Rebel in Aquarius, ruled by your Uranus and Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Yeah, how about we push them down a little bit? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so my dear pile number 2, you have... look at that. You have the eye again. So many people are watching you. Oh my God. Pile number 2, you seem very interesting to people. You have... with sweetness, it's like it's so enjoyable to actually watch you. Let's find out more about you, my dear pile number 2. So you have the Knight of Pentacles with slowing down. I keep seeing that here, okay. You have the Seven of Swords. The Four of Cups, right? You have, wow, the Ace of Wands. I see what this is about, my dear pile number 2. You have the Seven of Cups. Gosh, so much to you. You have the Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. Two of Cups. And wow, you have the Eight of Cups. What an interesting card this is. Actually, again, this signifies what I've been seeing, which I'll talk about in a second. And you have the Knight of Pentacles again. Okay, so pile number 1, you come across as a very, very interesting person. And I'm not surprised why so many people stare at you. Right off the bat, we can see with the Pilgrim that a lot of you watching this pile could have traveled a lot. You know, the Pilgrim is the wanderer, the traveler. And so I see whether you've actually traveled a lot, come from some different land or something, you have that energy to you, whether you have traveled or not. You know, you don't look like you belong really to the environment that you're in. You really stand out there. And with Abandoned, I feel like a lot of the times you are in an environment where that you don't really feel like you fit in it. You're so much different with the Rebel here. Your thoughts with Aquarius and the Rebel are so progressive. They're so different. And here with the Four of Cups, we constantly see you not fitting in and not liking a lot of the things that most people like. You see so much more. There's so much more that you see in life than with the regular life, perhaps, that people have in their usual lives. And with the Four of Cups, it seems like you keep to yourself, and that creates more curiosity surrounding you. And so here with the Eight of Pentacles, I see you moving solo a lot of the times in your community. I see here with the Seven of Cups that you are, because you're so progressive and so open-minded, you have bigger dreams than the people, than your community. And so you tend to do most of the things that you do in a very different way. And since you are after such bigger dreams that seem almost fantasy-like to the people around you, or that you would only see these things in movies, to you, with the Knight of Pentacles appearing twice, shows that this is not the case for you. To you, these are achievable dreams that you are actually going to go after, and you take your sweet time, even if they take as long as they should take. To you, you're going to take steady steps every single day to make sure that step by step you move towards these big dreams that speak to your heart. And through that, and through this process, you watch these humongous dreams come true little by little. And that's very shocking to the people around you. In fact, that's the one card where you see there's pain happening to the people surrounding you. So they compare themselves to you in so many ways. They're very curious about you. They want to see the way you think. They perhaps want to imitate the progressive things that you do. They want to copy you. Do you see that? That you are a pile in which people compare themselves to copy. That's really cool. It shows that people are really inspired by you, pile number 2, and that's actually a very wonderful thing. Yeah, you might see a lot of people copying you, but some people take it to the next level here, and they copy you literally, like word for word, or shirt for shirt, or move for move. Yeah, you have some people really copying you there. And they just watch every single move, and it's like they follow you. Yeah, because the Pilgrim is also about the apprentice. So a lot of people really learn from you. They are inspired by you, and some people just copy you, you know, for everything that you do. Now, let's talk about that painful card that we saw here. So up until that point, people compare, to learn, to change, to admire, to love, to hate, right? But up until they watch you here, dare to dream big, like, you know how they say outside of the box? You surely are outside of the box. You're the embodiment of being outside of the box. And you do tend to taste the sweetness of your hard work, steady hard work, steady and stubborn until you actually achieve it. And this is when, unfortunately, it seems where you'll have one of the biggest problems with the people around you, because to them, as if you weren't super interesting enough, you're now living like some sort of movie star. From their point of view, you're doing things that to them seemed like only cannot be achieved. You know, things you'd hear in stories or in the newspaper or in watching the movies. But that's a result of you always knowing that there's more to life. And this is when it really hurts the people around you. And of course, pile number 2, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that this is your fault. I'm sure you know that, of course. I'm only... please don't change who you are. I'm sure you know that. You're such a progressive person. I don't need to make these disclaimers. Definitely. But yeah, this is where you have people feeling in pain with what you do. This is exactly, if you're clicking on that reading, wanting to know what's up, what's the problem. Yeah, this is definitely the biggest problem here. To top it off, if you really want to get a full picture, to top it off, you already were a super interesting person. Like, to them, you were already impressive. You already were standing out. You already caught everybody's attention. And now you're taking, everything to the next level where you're making big dreams come true. People compare themselves to you with the Knight of Pentacles coming up twice, with your consistent effort. This would mean that you have good work ethics, but it's really not just in your work. Here, it's like you are consistent with whatever you need to do to achieve these dreams. So in that case, it's not work ethics. What is it called? By the way, if you hear any background noise, this is my dog. I always keep him next to me, just so you know, giving you guys a heads up. Thank you so much for understanding. Yeah, so it's not hard work. What is the word? Although hard work is definitely part of it. Consistent. You are consistent. You keep doing what needs to get done every day. And you take steps that takes you far ahead in a road that only very few people take. In fact, to them, it's only you. you know, such barren land. When I saw it, I was so surprised. It's where the magic happens. And so with the Ace of Wands, to them, they compare their minds to you. You seem to be a very creative person. They see you as someone who's very smart, who thinks outside of the box, who is years, perhaps light years ahead because of all the light. And from their point of view, they feel that you are light years ahead of how they think and see things. And so here with the Seven of Swords, some of them try to steal your ideas. You know how this person is holding this treasure box, kind of claiming it as theirs. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, we did see that people copy you here. Wow, like they really copy you. They try to steal your ideas. Yeah, from their point of view, they're stealing your ideas because with slow, I don't want to say that they're slow, but in comparison, they're not slow. They're certainly not slow. But in comparison to the type of success that you are creating, the type of dreams that you have and the steps that you have, they feel very slow in that way. And so the only way they can progress in the way that you are, I feel, is to just steal it as a whole package. Whatever you're doing, they take it as a whole. But the sad thing with the Seven of Swords here is that do you see how this person is clenching onto the treasure box? They claim it as theirs. Yeah, obviously this is a behavior resulting from a lot of pain. My God, pile number 2. This pain. Oh my God. What? See, we're doing this reading with the intention of understanding your environment. And for this reason, let's now explore. Perhaps you would have empathy, or you maybe already have empathy for them. But to understand why. Why does it pain them that much? There we go. So can we kindly get more information, please, for pile number 2? To understand why people feel that much pain here, please. Can we get more details, please? Why are they feeling that much pain? Why? Whoa, this really triggers them with the Tower card here. Unbelievable. They feel like you're so powerful. Yeah, they really put you on a pedestal. And they feel like when they inflict their pain onto you, it doesn't get to you. That's one of the things that obviously is, yeah, because they feel like with the Seven of Swords, they may try to hit back at you. They may try to, with the Seven of Swords, to do dishonest things back at you. So that's what it's talking about, as well. Not just the claiming their ideas, which is absolutely true. Also, they try to hit back at you, to do things behind your back, lie, cheat, try to change the narrative, but nothing gets to you. Also, this is saying that your success triggers them really bad. They feel like their worlds are falling apart just so you can rise, which is a sad way of looking at things. So you can rise, they're falling. Yeah, I'm so sorry they feel that, but I guess it's a shadow that they need to heal here. Comparison in itself is really not healthy, unless they're being inspired, of course. Which you do have with the Two of Cups. You have a lot of people being inspired by you. you have the 5 of Cups. You know, 5 of Cups shows that you make people remember their despair. They cry over the things that, or what I want to say is, they cry over the disappointment. Why do I keep saying cry? Because we have someone crying here. So they're in pain. They're in pain over the disappointment with regards to what they could have, to how their lives are. Yeah, you make them feel that their lives are disappointing. That's so sad. Again, that's not your fault at all, pile number 2, but that's what I'm seeing. You make them feel so disappointed over their lives and over the results they're getting in their lives and the lack of the things that they're lacking. That because since this is a comparison video, the things that they're lacking in comparison to what you have, and that obviously inflicts a lot of pain. My God, do you see the cards? The 5 of Pentacles. Again, the 5 of Pentacles shows lack. So disappointment, lack. They compare their lives to you and they feel like they have nothing in comparison to you. And that obviously triggers a lot of not just disappointment in their lives, but it triggers a lot of jealousy over the comparison of what you have versus what they don't have. So sadness and disappointment in their own lives and feeling the lack. Like they could have maybe, let's say for example, you have a nice car, or I don't know what dream you could have. Like just to simplify an example, you have a nice car, for example. Here they feel let's say they've never had a car and they were happy taking the beautiful public transportation, but now that you have a car, they feel they're triggered because they feel the lack now, that they should have a car and they don't. Let's say, for example, what kind of dreams? Like, let's say you get a nice pair of diamond earrings. They weren't interesting, or maybe it was a far-fetched dream that it wasn't on their minds. But now that you have this nice diamond earrings because of your hard work and your big dreams, now they want to have diamond earrings, and they feel the lack now. They feel like their lives lack the things that they want simply because you have it, and so on. It's whatever you're achieving, you're dreaming of, whatever your dreams are, which could really be different from how they would do it if they were successful, or if they were to follow their dreams. But now it's whatever you're dreaming about and you're achieving. It's where they're feeling the lack, and they compare themselves to you, trying to achieve it. And they feel stuck in this net. Do you see? They feel stuck in this net with the hand here, trying to get or achieve the things that you want rather than focusing on what they want. That's so sad. And you have the Devil card. I mean, look at your cards. The Tower card, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the Devil. In this pile, people are really having it, especially here in the area of you dreaming big, being creative, and working on it, making it happen. The Devil card here shows an evil eye. You need to protect yourself, pile number 2, and we've been seeing eye, which in the beginning I thought was, whoa, people are staring at you, which is true. But there is an obsession here with all of these eyes following you. And the Devil here is showing us that these people could be envying you. They could be sending you the evil eye. There could be bad energy. And since this is the case, I want to pick up your deck and quickly pull out 2 or 3 cards to get specific advice for you on how to protect yourself. My dear pile number 2. So sorry about that. 1, 2, and 3. They feel like a lot of your life, your experiences, who you are as a person, your forward thinking, especially with the Aquarius here, is something that triggers them. This is like, it's so forward, it seems. Anyways, moving to the Devil card. How can you protect yourself? What is your ultimate advice to protect yourself? Knight of Wands, Death card, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel like the bad energy dissipates or dies off with you, with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, never, with all of this power, never vibrating low. See, this is strong energy. Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. This is high vibrational energies, how I'm seeing this exactly. And so your ultimate advice to end this evil eye every single time is to always make sure that you're vibrating high. Don't get consumed in fears. Don't get consumed in anger. Don't get consumed with lack or anything like that. All these emotions, they're normal when they first happen, but as soon as you notice them, what you do after it, advice is in your hands. And so the reason I say, by the way, is advised is because I was contemplating whether I should mention this book again or not. I don't want to bore you guys, but it's a book that I believe in. It's a book by Dr. Caroline Leaf. It's called Cleaning Up Your Mental Mess. And she's a neuroscientist who's done lab research for 20 years with other neuroscientists. And they show you that really, for real, everything that you want to heal emotionally is truly in your hands. And they give examples of this, and they really put together she put together a beautiful steps that she uses to heal and help her clients. And so you might want to check out this book. Anyways, aside from this book, what I wanted to say is, from her teachings and from the teachings that we know from ancient readings and mythology, the more you vibrate high and not allow yourself to get consumed in this energy, you don't weaken your aura. It is always strong and nothing can really penetrate it. So yeah, make sure that you're always vibrating, that your aura is strong. It's okay that you initially cry or get triggered or get any normal human emotional, that's not going to weaken your aura. It's the continuation to live in a cycle that makes you feel bad, that might weaken it. And so take these feelings, cry, experience it, but then how you move on becomes your choice. To train your mind, to change its neurological pathways, change its chemistry by training it to think in a strong way, to gently push these thoughts. It's not easy in the beginning, but to gently push them. And I will leave more for you to read with Dr. Caroline Leaf's book. You'll find it down in the description box. Other than that, my dear pile number 2, to answer the question specifically, how can you always avoid this is to always vibrate high, vibrate in gratitude, know that the best is yet to come for you, that you're always protected and guided, and that nothing can harm you. And this is what I see for you, my dear pile number 2. You seem like a very interesting person, a person who people just love staring at. In fact, this type of obsession is kind of making me feel that it's some people's hobby to watch you, my dear pile number 2. All in all, you're a very interesting person. Keep going forward. I'm sorry that the people around you feel this way. I hope they heal their shadow, and I hope you get every single dream that you wish for in your life. This was your reading, my dear, beautiful pile number 2. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, it was such a pleasure meeting you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the bridge as well as the Mookite Jasper. Let's keep it right there and see why people compare themselves to you, my dear pile number 3. What's going on exactly? So you have renewed, and on the other side you have wary. Okay. You have the balsamic waning earth moon with negotiation. Okay. You have, oh, okay. You have rejection. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Right, quite interesting. You have the 10 of Cups with harmony. All right. You have the King of Swords. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the 8 of Wands. The Knight of Swords. You have the Hanged Man. The Lover's card. And you have the Ace of Wands. Presented as the Ace of Inspiration. And you have the 7 of Cups. Now, 7 of Cups is pretty close to the idea of pile number 2 in one aspect. But let's see. Let's first take a look at the whole picture and see why they compare themselves to you. Right off the bat, I see with this figure a bigger figure with wings, butterfly wings. So right off the bat with renewed, this obviously shows me that a lot of the people around you constantly compare themselves to you because they see quick transformation. You're always on the move. You're always on the go. You're very interested in personal development, very interested in perhaps inventing yourself and growing and becoming a better person. And that's why in this specific aspect of the 7 of Cups, you run after your dreams with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups shows dreams, big dreams, fantasies. And so to you are a person who is constantly recreating themselves with the Ace of Wands. There are constantly new beginnings, new ideas, and your life is really fast-paced. I see here with the Ace of Wands that they cannot expect what new beginning you're gonna get into. So, for example, they see that you were quick to take care of your health, for example, and that you have either lost weight or gained weight, whatever. In whatever way they see you have changed, you took that path and it went really quickly. You're all about transforming yourself. And then you were interested in studying a new industry, and that you've started, and you went to the right school or university, and you're starting a new path in your life. And then you started a wonderful hobby that is healing and fun and beautiful. And then you changed your fashion sense, and then you started going after your own business. Maybe you opened up your own store and you're growing in your own business, and then you decided to travel overseas, and then you're constantly growing and reinventing yourself. And the transformation, my dear pile number 3, just doesn't stop. You're so quick. You're 8 of Wands in conjunction with the Knight of Swords. Quick energy. No one can keep up with you if they were to compare themselves to you. The result is them getting this huge self-rejection. If they just begin comparing themselves to you, they are going to hurt their self-esteem a lot with the rejection here. They constantly feel you know, like you are a trigger and a reminder to them, and all of the things that they're lacking as they see you transform. And with Wary, they kind of feel burned out trying to run and keep up with you, pile number 3. Now, another thing that I see people compare themselves to with the bridge here and negotiation, it seems like you connect with people very easily. You must be someone who is either popular, or you just have your way and your magic with getting to know people, asking questions, connecting with others very easily. It's so natural to you, the way you are able to know people, to make new friends everywhere you go. There is something about your communication here for sure that makes people compare themselves to you, because they feel like you're loved, you're accepted, you fit harmoniously with almost everyone that you meet. It's so natural and easy to you. And so, my dear pile number 3, in your pile, people feel extremely rejected when they see others letting you in, talking to you, and not letting them in. Then it starts in your pile. This is where it starts getting so bad with the people surrounding you. They feel like you're able to get to know maybe interesting people, to get to know more people. You also get to know different types of people than the ones they know, because with seas here and this bridge, I see overseas. So you perhaps are able to, doesn't necessarily mean people from overseas, although it definitely could for a lot of you. But this could mean you're able to connect with people with different cultures, with different types of thinking, with different interests, with different environments. You fit in very easily with people who could seem intimidating to most of the people around you. You just fit in. You just fit in with everyone. Pile number 3. You exude a combination of confidence, grace, intelligence, and love. You have that combination. Again, with the Lover's card, so many people love you, pile number 3. Wow. Yeah, so many people love you. They want to be around you. They want to be your friend. They find you very exciting, interesting to listen to. And they find you all at the same time to be very humble. And you give them, with the 10 of Cups, a nice feeling. There's something about you that gives the people you get to know a wonderful feeling that makes them want to connect with you. And this is one of the very big reasons why you have a lot of people comparing themselves to you. They feel like you fit in because you transform your life, you grow. You're such an inspiration, with the Ace of Inspiration, to so many people. You make your dreams come true. And on top of all of that, they feel like you're so good with getting to know interesting people, interesting societies. You just fit in so gracefully. People right away love you. They find you to be interesting. Yeah, they love who you are. They love your character, your personality. That's definitely for sure. And yeah, that makes a lot of the people around you compare themselves to what you do. Here, it makes them out of balance when they see you fit in like that, or talk to people like that. Yeah, makes them feel out of balance. In fact, I do see someone there sitting down wondering, how does pile number 3 do that? I wish I can do what pile number 3 does. That's the situation here. So, honestly, pile number 3, I don't see any nasty energy. Although with rejection, there are triggers, of course. But do you see where it's the biggest triggers are in your reading? The biggest trigger has to do with them seeing you fit in and them not fitting in. That's where the biggest trigger comes off. But with you achieving your dreams, in your case, pile number 3, I see that it inspires people. The type of comparison that happens here is people being inspired and going, whoa, I love what they did there. I want to choose to do it too, to go after my dreams, to go after the things that I want. So it's so wonderful, pile number 3, that in your pile people are inspired here by you in this area rather than hating. So that's wonderful. That's lovely, actually. But the trigger, the bad feelings are invoked with you, with your communication or your connection skills. Also a little bit towards you transforming quickly in the area where they feel like you're running and they can't catch up. Yeah, they feel triggered by that too. But the main trigger is how you peacefully and easily just blend in with people. In that case, they feel triggered to a point where they feel like their worlds are falling, like they're out of balance. I don't see you harming you in any way with that, actually. That's a wonderful pile. Pile number 3, I really feel like, yes, people do compare themselves to you. Part of them are inspired. Some are triggered by you growing, of course, but mostly triggered by, like we said, how easily you fit in. But I don't see nastiness. Let's check together. In this energy of the rejection energy here that we've noticed, are there any nastiness going on from the people surrounding pile number 3? Is there any nastiness, please? Two of Cups. 7 of Swords. Ah, there is. Queen of Wands. 5 of Swords. Yes, there is. I mean, 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Yes, there is. There is. What the way this is done is that you'll have some people lying and stabbing you in the back and trying to sometimes with the Queen of Wands try to affect your reputation with the people that love you. This means that they lie about some facts about you, and sometimes they could do selfish things a lot of the times behind your back, because we see backs here, behind your back, and trying to dim your light. But that doesn't happen, of course, with the Queen of Wands. That can never happen. People will continue to love you. You will continue to shine. But yes, they do try. They do try. They fail. Absolutely. They don't even... they aren't capable of even beginning the journey, because perhaps people don't believe them. They are seen as who they are straight away. But they do try. You do have people who do try, but they never dim your light, my dear pile number 3. You're too peaceful for that. You're too calm and too peaceful for that. It doesn't work. And you're very blessed in this area, my dear pile number 3. I hope you're always protected. Let's remove these 2 cards since they don't work anyways. Yeah. So yeah, despite how they feel, you're shining bright like a diamond. And this is exactly why people compare themselves to you. Specifically, do you see how the Lover's card stood out on their own? The Lover's card in conjunction to the Queen of Cups. You're really loved and admired by most people that you meet. You have a strong aura that protects you. And yeah, that's why you shine. That's why you shine so bright, my dear pile number 3. And like we said, your capability of constantly taking care of you, transforming, you doing interesting things all the time. And your life is so fast-paced, not in terms of your vibration, but in terms of your interests, in terms of going after your dreams, achieving the things that you want, you becoming who you want to be, and achieving what you want to achieve, and reaching heights that you envision. That's what you're all about, my dear pile number 3 here. And it really inspires so many people. And the ones that trigger them could assume, my dear pile number 3, you're such a protected pile. Your energy is so strong. You vibrate so high, you're not affected by anything. That is exactly what I see in your reading. This is why people compare themselves to you. May you always be blessed, my dear pile number 3. Love you guys so much. Such a sweet, amazing pile. May you always be blessed. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book could really help you out in your future, in your desire to start and manifest the things that you want. I see you're all about that. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you, getting to know you. Thank you for tuning in and for being around. I hope I always see you around on this channel. High five to you, pile number 3. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.